Alright, welcome back. So a little update. So before we were doing, in the last couple sessions, we were doing our GDD in a Google Doc, right? And we were going over this, and we're gonna go to a different direction. While a text document is perfectly fine, it's a little archaic, right? It's not with the times. It's more of a painful process to edit during the design process. A lot of people too, like once the document's done or the game's finished, you never have a reason to come back in here. So what I decided that we're gonna do for this project is we're gonna use this tool, Nuclino. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it, but it has all the text, right? It has all the text. You can put all this in there, right? But it has more of a visual component to it versus just a regular Word doc. Which for me, I think is gonna keep me on track a little bit easier, and it also allows any collaborators to come in and easily identify and look at what they want to go to. So let's dive into it. So game design, overview, right? Like I want to check out the overview. Boom, got it right there. We can make branching things off the overview if we wanted to. What we're gonna work on right now is we're gonna finish the gameplay and mechanics portion. Game progression. We're gonna talk about leveling. Oops. And create tables. We'll worry about other things when we get there. So, got my morning coffee going. I am ready to begin. Alright, So how do we want to do the leveling here? We're going to do an experience point system. So once the player hits a certain amount of experience points, they gain a level. Pretty run-of-the-mill stuff. So what we're gonna do is, say to get to level 2 is 100 experience. We're gonna math it out to where level 3 is now gonna be 125 experience or whatever. The numbers can change, the math can change, but there will be an equation so that each level, the experience needed to move up is higher than previous. Because we're going to give harder opponents, harder enemies are going to reward more experience. Sorry about that. So, higher level opponent enemies are going to give more experience just because they're going to be harder. In that way, it's also going to make it to where players, since we're not doing enemy scaling, right? We don't want the player to get to an end game area and then say they get a 5 XP, 5 experience from each enemy. We don't want them going back to a starter zone and just one-shotting all the mobs for the same experience. That kind of why, as a player, that doesn't feel good. Like, I get the same experience killing a harder enemy than I would just nuking a lower level enemy. Game progression, gameplay leveling. Okay. Trying to think what else we want to put under game progression. We'll probably we'll name this just gameplay, but we're gonna do another one that's gonna dive more into, we have mechanics, but we want to have a systems. We want to have a systems. I don't know. Great item. Oh yeah, there we go. So we'll call this systems. That way, under gameplay, we have mechanics, which are just gonna be these things, right? Like the movement, the actions, dialogue, interaction, how we want the game to feel. I feel like, and then systems is where we'll detail how the loot tables work, how the spell crafting works, or could we make? Actually, you know what? We're going to create a new cluster called systems. And this is going to have the different this is going to be more of the end game stuff. More of the unique systems in the game. Gameplay. Game progression. Gear. We'll put gear in game progression. We're just gonna copy and paste this, right? Okay. Is that how you spell equipable? Oh, I didn't think so. I think it's 2 P's. Is equipable not a word? Equipable might not be a word. Alright, so to backtrack a little bit, gear. Throughout the journey, the player will receive multiple pieces of gear that can be equipped. Item slots are weapon, head, shoulders, chest, waist, legs, hands, feet, 2 rings, and a necklace. Armor will have weights associated with them, giving the player advantages and disadvantages in combat and gameplay. Each piece of gear will have a rarity level associated with it. Rarity gives more attributes, and sockets to that gear level indicates what the statistical ranges for the gear are. A common piece of gear won't give additional benefits and won't have any sockets, but a master piece of gear will give 4 additional benefits and 3 sockets. Now, can I copy all of this is the question and post this in here? I can. That's nice. That actually saves us a lot of time and not having to recreate these tables. And it looks clean. I can't italicize it, which is unfortunate. Or underline it. Huh. Okay. This session is gonna be a lot of transferring over what we already have in GDD over into this, plus adding some new ones. The systems is gonna be a very long session, probably a session for each system. I don't know how much in like sound and art and stuff that we're gonna get into this because I'm not a sound designer. I'm not an artist. We'll probably do just basic documentation and go from there. The whole point of the game is to kill monsters, gain loot, right? So probably put that, be done with the gameplay aspect, objectives. Okay. No. Home upgrades. That'd be it. Yeah, we'll do that in systems. Movement. Height and what do I why do I feel like this is responsive movement? Like I said, our movement's gonna be tight and responsive movement. It's going to feel like you are in total control of the character. We want to have directional movement. Jumping, clambering a word? Yeah, I think so. We don't necessarily want climbing. We're not going Assassin's Creed where you can climb up walls. Yeah, we'll do jumping, directional movement, jumping, clambering. Combat. The melee is going to be simple. Combat. Melee combat. So melee combat is going to be simple in design. Intuitive. It's not going to be combos. I don't want combos, right? Like I don't like Neo 2 or um, yeah. So light and heavy attack. Like if you're going melee, it's more focused on like the skill points and stuff to increase your damage, not racking up these big combos and so the magic is gonna be the same. You're not gonna have a light and heavy attack for magic. It's just gonna be a spell, and you can use. It's not gonna be like you only have to do magic or you only have to do melee. You can do both, right? We're gonna make it where you can do both, or you can go full build for either or. You can do hybrid or you can solely spec into one. There's gonna be no bows. I don't. Maybe down the line I can do bows, but as of right now, I don't want to do bows. Uh, what other I'm trying to mechanics, right? Uh, So we need to put in gameplay, we'll need to go over the skill points. This is where I don't. Do I want to put that in game progression, or like, is the skill points, is it a system? Do I put it in system, right? This is so like in here, realistically, like we should put damage types in here and all that stuff. No, damage types will be we're just gonna run it, man. So, we gotta come up with the different damage types. Well, we definitely want fire, right? What else do we want? We want frost. Fire, frost. Earth. No. Earth is 2. Spirit. We'll do those 3 for now. So we can come in here. Let's look. The look. Yeah, see, there's like critical damage and stuff like that. I'm gonna have all that. But you got like, well, those are just stats. Status effects. Okay. Yeah, and that's another thing. We'll have to go in status effects. So we'll have to create new. a new header in here called status effects. And so the damage types will go into status effects. Okay. So I think I'm gonna wrap up this session. Just wrap up this video, and we're just gonna jump right into another one. But we're already running at 40 minutes. I'm just gonna stop the recording and get back to it. I'm really enjoying this this system, this website. I do like it. The only thing I don't like about this is the graph. You can't lock the graph in. You can't keep the graph the same. Right? So if I make this all clean and organized how I want it, I don't know if there's a way to lock it. Yeah. So if I go to list and then I go back to graph, it's all messed up, and I don't like how these are crossing over like this. That's annoying. That's annoying to me, because then it looks like a jumbled mess. Like, I want it to be branches. I want it to be a clear, like, yeah, okay, levels. Now we're gonna go into levels. We're gonna go into prologue, you know, and then deeper and deeper down the chain you go. That's all right, but I like the board aspect, and then the list. You know, this is just your headers and stuff. All right, yep, we're gonna wrap it up there. Until then, thanks, guys.